Alright, so the story begins on a very unsuspecting Friday. I was just looking through my local reef club's classified ads and I came upon a free tank. So I asked the girlfriend if I could have this tank, and she said, yeah, but you have to get rid of another one. So I said, fine, as long as I get this, that would be alright. So what I did next was I responded to the ad. The guy had his phone number on it, so I shot him a quick text and said, hey, I can pick up the tank today. And he said, I've gotten a lot of the calls about this tank so far, and it's first come, first serve. So I texted him back, I can come pick it up right now if you want me to. Just give me the address, I'm there. And so I waited for a while. This was at 3:30. I was talking about leaving work as soon as I got the message, but it wasn't until about 5:30 to where I heard back from him. So dashed to the car and I hit Portland traffic, as you saw in the beginning of this clip. So drove through that, and it was a little ways, but finally found it and picked it up, and everything looked good, no cracks or anything else. And got it home, and I had to get it in my basement as soon as I could because it smelled like a fish store in the car. So I got it home and immediately started researching what I needed in order to get it going. So it'd be a pump and some hoses and maybe a filter sock. So I got all that ordered from Amazon, and all I had to do after that was wait for everything to come. Alright, so the first package arrived, and it was my pump and the hose. And sorry I didn't do the unboxing, but I mean, you'll have seen a box before and know how it's opened. Everything was packed in there as it should be, nice and tight. So there you go. But I did test the tube fittings. I put the 1" on there and tested it with the 1" tube, and it fit. And then I tested it under here, and that fit too. So we're good to go with that. Now we're just waiting on the clamps for the hose that are plastic, and also the filter sock. But I'm gonna go, while I'm waiting, I'm gonna go ahead and spray this out and try and wipe it down all good and get the sump cleaned up too. He used a calcium reactor, so there's some crud down there I gotta clean out and give it one final spray down, and then it should be good. But I did find my level to see if this tank is going to be level or not, because this is just like regular concrete floor in my basement and it's super uneven everywhere. And as you can see, yeah, it's pretty bad. The front is not so bad. I can deal with a little bit off there. And then of course, you know, this side is going to be the same as the other. So I need to try and lift up the back side a little bit. I have these tiles over here that might do the trick, but I also have to make sure that I shim all the gaps in between so that it gets even distribution and I don't have like cracked wood stand or anything. But yeah, let's get to it. Alright, so this is what I ended up with. Don't have the clamps on yet. I just want to see if it runs. But that's what it looks like right there. And so I'm just going to get some water and see if I can shoot it up to the top. I'll move that light too. Right, so today I got this package from Amazon, and then as I was looking at it, this pipe right here, it was getting crushed right here, so I scooted the sump over to the left a little bit, and that way it's all underneath the sump just in case there is a leak. But I found a leak under here. I just had to screw the bulkhead in, but it was pretty tricky. So anyway, yeah, I don't like this hose. It has, even when the water's flowing through it, it has a kink right here and then down at the bottom. So I'll probably replace that with some rigid plumbing. So in the box right here is the filter sock. Pretty basic, just it's got some thumb screws on the back. Yeah, I'm gonna put it right there. There's like a little clip there, but I just had to pop it off. And there it is, all installed. It's super long. I might get some shorter ones, but I don't know. I'm gonna see how it goes with this one. So I'm basically just gonna put a pipe from that tube that goes down there. Pretty basic. And there's the tube installed. So I might make it a little bit longer than what I cut it. It's down to like right here. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I think next step is to get a whole bunch of water in here and start to leak test this mofo. Right, so after a whole day of making water, this is all I was able to get filled up. I only have the 75 gallon a day BRS RODI unit, so it can't make that much, and I don't have a booster pump either, so that's what I was able to get filled up today. I did have to make some salt water for another tank, so I used 5 gallons for that. This right here, just changed all the filters, so these are all good to go. And then that's what I got down there. So got a ways to go. It's been going all day, so it's probably gonna have to go all night. All right, story time. So I was waiting for my RODI to fill up. Could go ahead and knock out the water and go ahead and get everything, all the water in the tank, check for leaks and everything like that. In the middle of the night, my watchdog water alarm started going off. I have it set right here, and when this starts to overflow, it comes out this side and starts to spill on here, so that's where I put that, and then I put an extra bucket. I started to hear this at like 5 o'clock this morning, so I came down and it was overflowing. I didn't think it would be. I thought I had time, But yeah, so I started to fill up buckets. Had my phone on me, so I didn't video any of it. Drained most of that. Water is all in. Pump 2. Now all that's left is to check out to see if there's any leaks. And back here looks good. I was worried about this seam right here because some of the silicone was coming off the front, but it has a pretty solid seal on the back, so not too worried about that. If you come down here, this is all set up, got the tube and the filter sock and everything else. So now the moment of truth, where we will see how this thing runs. I have it on about 50% right now. It takes a little while. It kind of ramps up to full power. There it is. We got water flowing up here. And we got water flowing down there. Might still need to make a few adjustments on the gate valve. Sure it doesn't glug glug. But yeah, this all seems to be running pretty smooth. It is slightly not level. You see right here, it's a little bit greater than right there. To be honest, I don't know if I'm going to do anything about this. If I try to shim it up anymore and try and get that side up, I don't know what that's going to do for the stability of the tank or the stand. So I'm just going to leave it as is for now. Gonna start putting salt in this, and we're going to start getting it cycled. See all the crap from the old setup floating around here. Which will probably just get filtered through the sock. So I don't know about that. Oh, that may just be something with the tank being off balance. But that's it for now. Alright, quick update. So my solution for now is I put this filter pad right there, and it seems to kind of like divert all the splashing down into the overflow section. And there's still a bunch of crap floating around. So I'm just gonna keep this running all day and see how much it clears up. And then I'll probably do salt later, but everything's doing good in here. This pump isn't too loud. I mean, you can hear it a little bit. I'm sure with the cabinet closed, you probably won't be able to hear it that much. But yeah, you can see like how far it is off the old water line. So I'll probably have to do something instead of that. Alright, it's been a couple hours, and what I've done was I took the filter sock off so no salt would get stuck in there. I mean, it would probably dissolve, but whatever. And went ahead and popped a little heater in there. And I also put the pump on to full blast. So yeah, I got a good amount of flow going in there so it can mix everything up nice. It's pretty clear. Most of that's bubbles because the return nozzles are going so high. But what I started doing instead of putting it into the top tank was put it into the bottom here. As you can see, mixes up super nice, and all that flow from the return pump and the two nozzles is basically coming down here, and this has the most like water turbulence of the tank. You can only see like a little bit of salt like right there, but if I move the nozzle a little bit, boom, gone. Later, salt, get in the water. So yeah, took the carbon bag out too, so it'd have some nice flow going on. I'll put that back in once I've reached the proper salinity. Right now I'm only at like 1.020, so just above hyposalinity. Got a few more things of salt to do. This bag was almost full, and it's down to about a third right now, I'd say. So just gonna keep on putting salt in, keep on testing the salinity, and that's about it. Alright, so here's the crushed coral I'm gonna be using. I've rinsed it 4 or 5 times, I don't know, quite a bit. And then I filled it up with salt water and put some stability in it to help seed it. And now it's going to go on the bottom. I'm probably going to have to take some water out after this and after I put the rock in due to the displacement. See what happens. So, even after rinsing it a long time, it's really cloudy. So, I'm going to let that set for a little bit. I'm going to put the filter sock in the bottom, and probably take this heater out. It's literally not doing anything. It's only a 50-watt heater. I didn't expect it to do much, but now I know. So, anyway, I'm going to put this filter sock back in and let it settle down a little bit and just let the 10-minute feed timer on the pump go, and then I'll see if it clears up. Alright, so I got another Amazon package, which is this heater right here, which came in this box. It's from IOAOI. That's pretty cool. Came in all nicely packaged, so I thought that was pretty cool. And then I also got this heater controller from Bayhide. And it's pretty easy to set up. So all you have to do is hold down set, and then this is your setup or set range. So whatever temperature you want it at, I'm running it at 79. Heating differential, so this is when your heater is going to come on. So when it's 1 degree below, that's when the heater will kick on until it's up to the desired temp. And then this is the cooling differential. Doesn't really matter, but I do have a fan set up to plug into that. I just don't really need it right now because it doesn't really get that hot. And then after that's your calibration. I calibrated this with the Hannah temp checker, and it was only 0.2 from where it needed to be. And then I forgot what this is for, but it's not really relevant for this application. This is the alarm for the high temperature, which I set at 84 degrees, so it'll have an audible alarm. And then this is the alarm low, and this will be 74. So if it gets to that, then I need to panic. And then you're back to the start. So to hit your settings, saved, just hit power, and you're good to go. And this is what I calibrated it with. BRS did a really good review on it, and I trust it. So this is what I set all of my heaters with. So if it's wrong, at least it's consistently wrong on all of the tanks. So, funny thing happened yesterday. I was setting up this tank, getting the everything ready, all the substrate and everything like that, putting the heater in it. And my girlfriend walks down and she says, "Wow, I really like this tank. Can I have it?" I said, "Well, I guess." She's like, where's that rock I picked up not too long ago?" Yeah, it's right over there. So she picks it up and puts it in the tank, and she's like, "Oh, yeah, now it's mine." So this tank's gonna go to her. I think that's gonna do it for the episode. I'll still bring you along on the journey, and it's just gonna be a little bit different now. So the plan is to basically put all the corals in the BioCube into this tank, and plus a few more. All the fish are gonna go into this tank as well. They're all big, happy jerk gang family, so they'll fit in just nicely here, and they'll have plenty of room. So that does it for now. Catch me on the next episode.